a song called Alma. I've got a song called Alma and Daisy and Eileen and O Meredith. And my nephew asked me one time, he goes, "Do you only date old ladies?" Because he never had heard any of those names before with anybody in his class. I said, "Yeah, I only date old ladies. And they always break my heart, and I write a song about them."
They've all been asking about you while I was trying to forget you. But if they really knew, they'd hush their mouths, I bet you. Oh, Alma, I've started talking to myself, Alma. I couldn't find anyone else but you. Full moon shines through the rain, my face is soaking wet. And in the mountain range, I see your silhouette. Oh, Alma, yeah, I smoked it by myself, Alma. I couldn't find anyone else like you. Alma, Alma, I received your postcard, you solved the mystery. Sorry you broke my heart, well that was news to me. Oh, Alma, you wore a smile the day you left, Alma. You knew I'd find nobody else, didn't you? Alma, Alma, Alma. Drove through your town today on my way from Jacksonville. We had a gig at 8, but I still found time to kill. Oh, Alma, you're in all these songs that I write. Alma, don't let me be alone tonight. Thank you, Alma.
You can get your cigarette lighters out right here.
Alma,
We'll summon Alma.
Alma, I've been talking to myself. Alma, I couldn't find anyone else. I couldn't find anyone else.
Thank you. Thank you so much. My mom passed away in 2015, and I was actually raised by my grandparents, but my mom was always around my whole life and hanging out somewhere. And she and I were driving down the road, and we went over this railroad track, and there was a lone caboose car sitting there, and she said, "There's something you don't see every day, a train sitting on a train track." And I was like, "Well, where else are you going to see a train, Mama, you know?" And she said, "No, you know what I mean. You usually have to wait on the train. It's usually going. You got to sit there and wait on it and then cross the railroad track. You never see one just sitting there." Well, since she said that, I've seen about 100 trains sitting there, and I got about 50 friends that have sent me a text message with a train just sitting on a train track. But I kind of knew what she meant, and my mom grew up around trains. There was a railroad track right outside of Stockbridge, Georgia, where they lived, close to their house, and my granddaddy was always screaming at his kids to get out of the railroad track because in 1933, when he was 10 years old, his sister, his oldest sister, had a terrible, tragic accident where her and her entire family were killed by a train. And, you know, when I was a kid, I always thought it was kind of comical when you'd see people stopped on a car, the car would stop on the train track, and here's the train coming, and they're trying to push the car off, or they're trying, and I would just run. If I saw a train coming, I would just run and get the heck out of the way. But when he would tell us this story about his sister, my brother and I we couldn't believe that a train could kill someone. But it was very real in my mom's mind, because she heard that story her whole life too. So she, in her mind, is not used to a train just sitting there. But she said it so sing-songy. I said, Mom, look in the little pocket of my car door and get that little songwriting notebook out. I want you to write that sentence down. I'm putting that in a song one of these days. It just sounds like it needs to be in a song. I don't know what the heck it means, but anyway, she rolled her eyes. Well, about 6 months after she passed away, I was cleaning out my car and found the notebook. I had forgotten all about it. It had probably been 8 to 9 months since that was even happened. So I looked in it. I was like, what is this? And I remember I have a songwriting notebook everywhere I go. There's one in my bathroom. There's one by my bed, everywhere, in case I get inspired to write something. Well, I looked through it, and the only thing written in that little notebook said, there's something you don't see every day, a train sitting on a train track, for Wyatt's new song. So I was missing my mama pretty good that day when I was cleaning out the car, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go write this song tonight. And I wrote it in the style of Bob Dylan's You Ain't Going Nowhere, which was my favorite song to perform live. And I thought, well, instead of playing Bob Dylan's song every night at my shows, why don't I play a song that's my own song and put money in my own pocket? He's got enough money. So I wrote this song in the similar vein, and now I don't have to play You Ain't Going Nowhere anymore because I got Train Track. I already told you the lyrics, so might as well sing along if you want to join in. But this is co-written by my mom.
I've got a heart, it's half broken. I found a quarter, but it's just a token. Let's put it in the slot. Here's to hoping. It's 5 o'clock, how come nothing's open? There's something you don't see every day. A train sitting on a train track. It always seems to be rolling away. Never waiting on you, never looking back. Backstage at Eddie's, she heard me singing. She was getting ready when she caught the ending. She tried to be nice, but she don't like pretending. I took her advice, why don't you add some sinning? There's something you don't see every day. A train sitting on a train track. Always seems to be rolling away. Never waiting on you, never looking back. Oh, you're not waiting on me, are ya? End of the season, still no hurricane. Here in the mountains all we get is rain. Sometimes a tornado will wake us up again. Honey, stay right there because I'm coming to get ya. There's something you don't see every day. A train sitting on a train track. Always seems to be rolling away. Never waiting on you, never looking back. Oh, you're not waiting on me, you're not looking back. Oh, you're not waiting on me, you're not looking back. There's something you don't see every day.
Thank you. John knows that one. Thank you for listening to that. It's also like You Ain't Going Nowhere, the Bob Dylan song. It's got 3 or 4 incoherent verses tied together with a sing-along chorus, and you still don't know what the song is about, but that's on purpose. 2 weeks ago, I was out in Colorado, coming back from Colorado, and my friend R.J. Cowdery, she's from Ohio. She is an amazing guitar player, beautiful singer, got a great alto voice. I always meet up with her at this song school every year in Colorado, and she was talking when we met up to set up our tents for camping. She was telling me how she listened to every Nancy Griffith album from the time it took the drive to Ohio to Colorado. Now, this was August the 1st when we all met up. And 2 weeks ago today, Nancy Griffith passed away. If you know who that is, she's one of my biggest influence in songwriting. I just think she was wonderful. And when I first got this guitar in 1995, the very first song I learned to play on it was Love at the Five and Dime, written by the great Nancy Griffith. And so, but I had listened to her in years, and RJ was telling me, she goes, man, she's just got some beautiful songs, and you should listen to her album. So when I left Colorado to drive back to Georgia, which is where I live, I was listening to Nancy Griffith. And then 2 days when I get back to Georgia, I get up, and on my USA Today, there's a little notification telling me that Nancy Griffith had passed away. And so this whole last couple of weeks I've been singing, I revived this Love at the Five and Dime. And it's just a beautiful song. If you've never heard it, I'd like to share it with you. But if you have heard it, I'd like for you to sing along with me, because I'm sure Nancy would just be pleased to have people singing her song. But she was a beautiful woman and a beautiful songwriter. So here's Love at the Five and Dime. And another reason I like this is because I can't write a love song to save my life. So when I do cover songs, I try to make sure they're love songs, because I don't have a lot in my repertoire.
Rita was 16 years, hazel eyes and chestnut hair. She made the Woolworth counter shine. Eddie was a sweet romancer and a darn good dancer. They'd waltz the aisles of the Five and Dime. Eddie played the steel guitar, and his mama cried 'cause he played in the bars. And he kept young Rita out late at night. So they married up in Abilene, lost a child in Tennessee. Oh, but somehow that love survived. He'd sing, dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight, dance a little closer to me. Hey, it's closing time and love's on sale tonight at the Five and Dime. One of the boys in Eddie's band, you know, he took a shine at Rita's hand. So Eddie ran off with the bassman's wife. Oh, but he was back by June, singing a different tune, and sporting Miss Rita right by his side. And he'd sing, dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight, dance a little closer to me. It's closing time and love's on sale tonight at this 5 and 9. Eddie played in the band till arthritis took his hand. Now he sells insurance on the side. Rita's got her house to keep. She writes dime store novels of a love so sweet, and they dance to the radio late at night. And they sing, dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight, dance a little closer to me. Hey, it's closing time and love's on sale tonight at the 5 and 9.
Thank you so much. So I normally, when I perform, I normally dress in pants and boots, and I look like a performer, not a jogger. But I have been over at the Chateau Dam walking this morning with my friend, who I made a commitment that I would show up every morning to help them kind of get their exercise regimen going. I didn't need to do that for myself, but my friend did, and so I promised them I would show up every morning. And I don't even ever wear my glasses. Usually no one ever sees me. It's like Dolly Parton without her wig. You never see her without her wig. You never see me in glasses. But I thought I'd do something special for y'all today and wear my jogging shorts and keep my glasses on. So that's for y'all. This is for y'all. The real Wyatt. I grew up playing fiddle in Hiawassee, Georgia. I was a champion, Georgia State champion clogger by the time I was 12 years old, and had a great clogging team when I grew up in Hiawassee, and fell in love with the fiddle. And last year during the lockdown, I wrote this song. I don't have a title for it. I always ask the audience to give me some suggestions, so by all means, if you hear a title as you listen to this song, I would love to have your suggestion. I've got a big list at home with about 50 suggestions. I don't love them. I mean, I might use one of them, but I still haven't gotten the right title for this song yet. So maybe you can help me out with that. So it's untitled right now, but this is my little Coveted violin song that I wrote. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
You have the perfect name, COVID violin song.
COVID violin, is that the perfect name? COVID violin song. Okay. I can get behind that. CVS for short.
Well, if you fancy, you can call it COVID Concerto Number 1.
COVID Concerto number 1. Well, here's COVID Concerto number 2. Obviously, this one was written at the same time. It's just a little shorter song, but I wasn't going to play this one, but I thought it'd be fun. This was a fun one. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm not going to play that. I'm going to do the one I was originally going to do. I wrote this song 15 years ago, maybe, and I called it Harvey's Campground. My granddaddy, Tom Harvey, raised me and my brother on an RV park in Hiawassee, Georgia. And it was a tent park when we started, and then when we moved in with him, it was only tents. But then he realized he can make more money if he lets people come and stay there for months at a time with their RVs. And so we had a lot of adopted families take us in with their RVs. They give us candy and money, and we dance for them and play fiddle for them. And anyway, it was a great life, but I wrote this song just so I could have a fiddle song on my rock and roll album I put out in 2006, and so my granddad would listen to my album. And so I called this song Harvey's Campground. Let's see. Harvey's Campground. All right. I'm just going to play till the breakfast bell pops open. So I got to go play in Hendersonville, North Carolina tonight. And anybody from that area? Nope. You are over there? Asheville, yep. I don't know what I do with my pick. Oh, there it is. I'll throw them on the floor. Let's do, what time is it? How much time?
It's 8:10.
Okay, one more song? Okay, so I'll end with this one then. I wrote this song. This is my newest song, and I'm pretty happy with it. I've been singing it a lot. I took at that song school out in Colorado. Mary Gaucher is one of the teachers, and she had this class. She's got a lot of sad songs, Mary Gaucher does. I don't know if you're familiar with her stuff, but she has a lot of sad songs. She's a recovering alcoholic and does a lot of work with veterans and writes, helps. She got nominated for a Grammy a couple years ago. She wrote a whole album with veterans as their co-writers and writing about their experiences. And it's a beautiful album. It's called Rifles and Rosemary Beads. I think that's the name of it. Anyway, she was teaching this class, and she's a very dynamic teacher. And she's got this song called Another Train that has a great sing-along chorus. And but it's so sad. But the point of the class was you can get someone to sing along to a sad song, you know, because people, you know, music is music, and people want to sing. They want to share in the story, whether it's sad or happy. And so I took that as a challenge, and I wrote a sad song with a sing-along chorus. So I'd love for you to sing along with me. It's pretty easy to catch on to. It's called Big Shadow, and the song actually starts with the chorus, and I probably sing it 5 times throughout. So by all means, join me on Big Shadow. But this song is just about those people in your life that cast a big shadow, whether it was good or bad. They left an indelible mark, and now they're gone. But you realize, just how much you were in that shadow, how much it covered you and protected you, or how much it might have, was overbearing and wouldn't let you, out. And so that's kind of the idea of the song.
You cast a big shadow, stood tall as any tree. You cast a big shadow over me. You cast a big shadow, now that you've lost your leaves. You cast a big shadow over me. I tried to wear your jacket, it was way too small. Put your hat in the casket where it belonged. What were you doing out there? Why did you go alone? Yeah, no one was waiting here with the lights on. Ooh, you cast a big shadow, stood tall as any tree. You cast a big shadow over me. You cast a big shadow, now that you've lost your leaves. You cast a big shadow over me. Tonight we're gathered by the fire, singing your tunes, passing around your old mahogany neath the wolf moon. They said you had a new one, you called it Fire's Creek. Well, we've lost the words, we've lost the melody. Ooh, you cast a big shadow, stood tall as any tree. You cast a big shadow over me. You cast a big shadow, now that you've lost your leaves. You cast a big shadow over me. Now when the hawk's wing blocks the sun, well, that's my cue to take off and run. But I'm grateful for the shade when the days wouldn't end. Spent a long time in your shadow, my friend. You cast a big shadow. You cast a big shadow. You cast a big shadow, stood tall as any tree. You cast a big shadow over me. You cast a big shadow, now that you've lost your leaves. You cast a big shadow over me.
Thank you so much. Well, it's breakfast time. Hey, thank y'all for listening to me today. Thanks for having me. I am teaching a class next August, a songwriting class, kind of an Appalachian style songwriting class. This week. I think it's like this week next year, maybe.
I think so, yeah.
So, or it's this maybe third or fourth week of August. So keep that in mind. I'll be incorporating some jam and song circles and just getting your ideas and your dreams out on so people can hear it. But y'all grab one of these CDs. They're free if you want one.